Hop out right now, pull my big one on these hoes. Damn, I'm not acrobatic, I'm not flipping on my bros. No, all my shit be factual, I cannot get exposed. Grew up talking shit, I catch a big.
We're back again, long overdue. Today we're two-man stepping like Mikhail Tadze and Kvaratskhelia onto the Euros knockouts. Or should I say Musiala and Wirtz, Williams and Yamal. There's been a lot of two-man steps this tournament, actually. So far, it's actually been a crazy tournament in terms of quality of goals. There have been many games where it's been like smaller teams where you think this isn't going to be anything special, but there's been a late winner or someone has scored a howitzer. The Denmark game against England games have been the worst by far. Let me just get that out there now. Like when it's two bad teams, it's entertaining because it's two bad teams. When it's two big teams, it's entertaining because it's two big teams. England games have been the worst, but that's not all we're here to talk about. We're going to run through the bracket, and as we're going through the bracket, that then gives us a chance to talk about each team quickly. We'll wrap up about 20 minutes. It shouldn't be too long, but we'll go straight down as it shows on the website anyway, starting with Spain and Georgia. You've got the Spanish top, so I'll allow you to kick off on this one.
Yeah, I'm fucking with the Spanish boys. I'm liking the way they play. I'm liking the team. But I also think Georgia, they have something to prove. So I don't think it will be an easy game for Spain. I think it could go into extra time, honestly.
You think so? Would it be, in that case, would it be a 0-0 or like a 1-1?
Yeah, I think Spain would win. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But I think Georgia, they'll try their best to get something out of that.
They'll make it difficult.
Yeah, they'll make it very difficult for Spain because coming up that win against Portugal, they're feeling good. They're going in against a good.
And rightfully so.
Rightfully so. You get yeah. So it will be a walk in the park for Spain. If Spain win in 90 minutes, I won't be surprised either. But I want this game to go into extra time. It's
the next game in that bracket is actually tomorrow as well. Germany, Denmark. I think that's the best tie of all 8. Because Germany, other than Spain, Germany and Spain have been the two best teams in terms of quality of football. Musiala, Wirtz, it's been flowing. Havertz hasn't been amazing. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, very good first game.
Well, yeah, in moments. But Füllkrug has scored twice. You could argue he should start. I think the system works with Füllkrug coming off the bench. Obviously, Havertz's presence allows Musiala to come into the middle, allows Wirtz to come into the middle because they're playing 2 10s basically as wingers. I think the system they have is perfect with Kroos and Andrich at the base of midfield. Xhaka held his chains like this. Xhaka gripped his neck in that game. But we'll get onto that. So Germany, Denmark, who do you have? Because Denmark have been really impressive. Well, defensively, Christensen, what's that? Joachim Andersen, obviously Hodgmaland. Højlund hasn't done anything. But he hasn't been.
I think Germany they'll fuck up Denmark.
You don't think it'll be close?
Because I can't I've watched Denmark, but they haven't impressed me, honestly.
Fair enough. Yeah. Maybe it's because England are underwhelming, but I felt a sense, as someone who wanted England to do one that game, I felt a sense of intimidation and such that Denmark could have actually won that game.
They're meeting a team that is, a full force, a German team that has been winning. They already know what they are doing. It will be more difficult for them. I think so. I think Germany could get a 2-0 win from that game. Yeah.
Do you think the pressure factors in? At what point does the pressure factor in for Germany? Because obviously, start of the tournament, everyone's happy it's home nation. But
if they get to semis, quarterfinals too, if they start getting to those later stages, yeah, especially if they play a big team, because they're on the side with the
side of death, to put it simply.
Yeah, you get what I mean. They're going to face a big team, man. I think that's when the pressure.
If I'm not mistaken, we just went through the first 2 games. So if Spain and Germany both win, that's the quarter.
Exactly.
And those have been the 2 best teams. So one of them is going out already, which is unfair. But that's life. And they both won their group. So it would, even if as long as both of them performed, it was always going to be like this. Whereas France and Belgium were supposed to be on England's side of the bracket, but neither of them won their group. They both came second. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So we've got Spain and Germany going through so far. Then a slightly easier match, in my opinion, anyway, Portugal, Slovenia. Slovenia, obviously, to get through, you have to win a game. So they've won a game. They've done their job. I think their journey ends here. I think this is a comfy 2-0. Yeah. I think Ronaldo gets his first goal of the tournament. I've been saying that for the last 3 games, but I'm not
for his first goal in an important game. I don't know. I may be wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. Obviously, like,
Yeah,
he had the chance to score and gave up to Bruno the right thing to do because it guaranteed the goal. So it's not like he's
yeah,
not being effective. There's no
true.
real cause for concern there. When you look at Kane, you could argue, oh, would a Watkins stretch defense more? He's dropping deep too much, his average position. But with Ronaldo, it's like they're winning and they're
They're
still
winning.
scoring goals. So there's no
Yeah,
problem there. So Portugal to go through against Slovenia. And then it's the biggest clash yet, France versus Belgium. Once upon a time, this was a World Cup semi-final.
yeah.
Nowadays, I think it's France, and I'm not going to say it's not close because that's disrespectful to the likes of Onana and KDB who have stood up and been counted. Doku as well, I think, has played well. KDB was really impressive last game, in my opinion. Onana as well, some of the line-splitting passes, they ran their asses off. They tried to win that game, and they couldn't break Ukraine down in the end. I'm not going to solely blame Lukaku for that.
Well, I said the only person that's probably impressed me from France is Kante,
And that's the guy we haven't watched in the top league for like 2 seasons now. Comes back and he's as good as ever.
Belgium could cause an upset, but the Mbappe factor, I'm thinking about that too, That nigga he's not all right.
He's due for an open play goal in the Euros. Because obviously he scored his first goal, but it was a penalty.
The whole team, they are due.
I can't lie, true. The whole team hasn't scored. I was talking about, Mbappe. Mbappe last year is where he soared against Switzerland. That game that Pogba let his nuts hang and Mbappe couldn't score anything. Mbappe hasn't scored a goal in the Euros other than that penalty last game, like ever in the Euros. That's what I was talking about. But you're right. They qualified with an own goal, a penalty, and
own
goal penalty 0-0. That's it.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Only Mbappe like if Belgium beat them, I won't lie to you, I won't be surprised. Because
it'd be such an anticlimax. KDB's been fantastic. Hands up, he's been fantastic. And Onana's given him help as well. Belgium, I think not having the stars, I thought not having that those lofty expectations of golden generation would help them. They lost to Slovakia, which is an unacceptable L. Obviously, Lukaku 2 offside goals. It was unlucky, but they would be top of their group and they wouldn't be facing France in a round of 16 if they did not sell. And they sold at the end of the day. Not beating Ukraine is somewhat acceptable, but Slovakia, you have to get the job done there.
Even the Ukraine, somehow they didn't win that.
They still should have won, 100%. That's a group where if you're a serious team, you get 9 points and you keep it stepping. Or you get your 6. You get your 6, you qualify top of the group, and then you can rest. That's what Portugal lost to Georgia because they didn't play their full team. Let's call it a spade a spade. So let's say France go through. I don't think it would be like a 3-0 or anything crazy, but I struggle to see France going out.
I love that game to go into extra time too.
I'm an Mbappe fan, but I have no issues with France being bounced. Essentially, I think it'd be fairly.
Same.
It would be entertaining. But so who are we going through? I feel like we can't say Belgium, but it's possible. But I think France will do it.
Yeah, France will do it. Yeah, possibly.
And that sets up. Oh my lord, bro! This is the quarterfinals on this side. Germany, Spain, and France, Portugal in the quarters. That's semi-final worthy. Because then you go to this. I was going to say something very rude. Actually, let me stop. This other side of the bracket, Romania, Netherlands. I want Romania to win. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Netherlands.
Boys, bro. I know they didn't.
You have horses. Gakpo has been good. I agenda him sometimes, but Gakpo has been good. Memphis is doing up aura, headband, earring, everything, and playing nonsense.
But his last goal was deep, though.
His last goal was good. But in terms of performances, Xavi Simons has caught a lot of flack, but I think he's actually trying.
Been good, though.
Apparently, the Dutch media is on his ass, and I don't see why. Like,
Dutch media is quite tapped.
So those guys don't hide their thoughts. I know Koeman, Van der Vaart, all these old guys are always just chatting. Whatever they feel, they say it, which is, I guess, is the Dutch way. So I guess we'll give Netherlands the benefits of the doubt for that game. Because I won't pretend.
So come on.
I haven't really taken in. Romania is probably the only team that I don't think I've watched the full 90. Because even when I was watching Romania, the last game, I was watching it alongside Belgium. So I haven't really taken them in. I'm not going to pretend I can name 5. Actually, no, I did watch half of one of the games because I remember Dragusin playing well.
The Ukraine game, I watched that. 3-0.
I watched the second half of that, yeah. Because I was on the way back from the gym and my phone just kept buzzing and I was like, what's going on? And obviously that was a shock result. The next tie is a very interesting one. Austria, Turkey.
I believe
I
in
think
Ralph.
Austria.
Yeah, I believe in Ralph.
But like Sabitzer has been playing, so the way they dealt with Netherlands, they
Bro,
scored, but they conceded, no problem. Go off.
No, I was just about to say what you just said, bro. Like
Okay.
the way that like they were playing against the Netherlands, I was like, whoa.
You'd think they were the bigger team. And on paper, obviously they have Arnautovic. Alaba's not even there. That's been their leader for the past decade. And he's not even fit, but still they've been really, really impressive. So I have no issue with putting Austria to beat Turkey. I think it'll be an entertaining game, maybe like a 2-1 or extra time. I feel like a lot of these ties have extra time potential. And I'm interested to see who will take the risk. Because for some of the teams, a draw is a good result. Go to extra time and see what happens. For some of the teams, they need to take the initiative early. Like if I'm in England for a lot of these ties, kill this game early, because you know how England goes with penalties. Like I'm not trying to see all that. And obviously the next game is England versus Slovakia. Anyhow, England loses, Southgate's head has to roll. Southgate's head has to roll. Like that would be a bigger indictment, arguably, than 2016 losing to Iceland. I think so, because this team is much better on paper than that team was. Obviously, that team had Sturridge, Rooney in his later years, Joe Hart. There were big personalities, etc. But that's group stage. Knockout, you just have to stand up and get it done. I'm sorry. This should not go to extra time. This should be a 2-goal cushion. This should not be a game where we're sweating, biting our nails. Let me get it right. It's Slovakia. So no disrespect, obviously, but for a team that wants to be winning the tournament, what Southgate does with this team, I'm not sure, because he's obviously given up with Trent in midfield, which is neither here nor there. But then replacing him with Gallagher, you're not really fixing your problems.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. But now that Trippier is a doubt, what do you think of the Saka left back thing? Would you put Saka left back? Or if Trippier,
why? Wait. No way you are telling me you are thinking about this too.
No, I'm just. I didn't say. You see what I'm wearing. You see who I'm repping. I'm just asking a question.
Nah, I can't do that to Saka, man. Like that was just.
I think it's unfair and disrespectful.
Like so disrespectful.
But if you remove the whole what opposing fans would say, etc., from a footballing perspective, that whole being left-footed alone is so valuable. The only problem is if you play
defend, like
no, but what it will mean is that if he's playing Gallagher or Rice, when Saka played wing back for Arsenal, Xhaka was doing his defense.
Nah, I'm not listening. Nah.
Let me land, bro. No, because Trippier is doubtful. If Trippier is not fit and not playing well, don't play him, because then you're asking for trouble. Because he's already limited on that side. We can all see it's a bit of a it's awkward. But if he's then not fit as well,
bro, they're going to start.
Okay, would you? What about Kyle Walker left back?
Nah.
Oh,
I've seen this guy on right. You see what he's doing on the right? You know how to take him to a place that is uncomfortable. You want to do that?
Trouble. But what's the solution? What's the solution?
Bro, because
Luke Shaw is clearly not fit. They've decided to carry 0 fit left backs.
They're going to put Konsa or Joe Gomez.
Is Konsa not right-footed?
Yeah, boy, he's still a better option than putting Bukayo Saka or fucking Kyle Walker, bro. They're going to put Joe Gomez, bro. Either one of them. Like, it has to be one of them. They have to put a CB there. They can't put...
Gomez is in this... Is Gomez in the squad?
Yeah, no. They can put Gomez there now.
Play Gomez. That's it. Play Gomez.
Yeah, they can play Gomez.
You were the one chatting about Gomez's performances against Saka, so 100% play Gomez.
Yeah, people are forgetting Gomez.
I think if you play Gomez, that forms the back three when you're attacking, and then Trent can go up.
Yeah, that's what I'm not
trying to see. I'm not trying to see Kyle Walker. I'm not moved by Kyle Walker in 2024.
Kyle Walker and that guy, can't lie. I've been astonished. Like, bro, this guy plays like a non-league footballer now.
Bro, when he's going forward, he's rapid. He still has that pace, but when he's going forward, it's just like I want to close my eyes sometimes. And the reason I entertain the Saka left back is because being left-footed alone is so valuable, and it shows the angles Foden receives the ball. Trippier literally cannot pass to Foden in certain positions because he can't use his left to that extent, and it's actually hindering Foden's game.
Wait.
But it's obviously
So,
unfair on Saka because he's playing well on right wing as well.
bro,
So
that
he
guy
doesn't
can do that.
deserve. He
People
doesn't
him,
deserve
he
it.
won't even want to play. He won't want to
It's
play.
like it's what
Like,
Bernardo
come on.
suffers sometimes. When you're so talented and so versatile, they put you in different positions where you really do not belong. Because even
Yeah,
at the time when Saka was playing left back for Arsenal, what business did he have playing left back for Arsenal? Realistically,
yeah, but that
I
was
think
when
it was.
he was young. That was when
He was still
upcoming.
small, but now he's too much of a
Yeah,
big
you
boy.
get what
Like
I mean? Like, this guy is a seasoned vet, like a seasoned winger in
I
the
can't
league.
like
Bro.
obviously Saka is not Gareth Bale, but once Bale went to wing, you'd never put him back left back. So
You never
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, you
I
never
hear
know.
it.
You can't with Saka,
I
man.
hear
You're gonna kill that boy's morale if you put him there,
like
man.
it would actually like I
Like,
would be
you're
so
gonna
pissed
fuck up
off.
his morale,
I'd
bro.
be so
Like,
pissed off.
you look at Southgate, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like what more could I actually do? Because obviously
Like,
people are saying it because I think Cole Palmer came off the bench and was very, very good. So was Anthony Gordon. To me, the solution is still Jude next to Rice, Foden 10, Gordon on the left. Palmer can be
yeah.
super sub because Palmer comes on and changes the game. He is a phenomenal player, and that's okay to be first off the bench. Him, Watkins, whoever. Eze, I'm not really sure what his place in this team is because positionally, he's not really going to play in that Foden, Palmer, Jude 10. That's the 3 for the 10. That's why Maddison's not here. But he's also not a winger. So he's kind of one that just gets it when it gets in where he fits in type player. But anyway, I think that's enough England discourse for now. The next game is actually the first game tomorrow, which is who England plays the winner of, Switzerland, Italy. I don't know about you, but I'm going Switzerland.
Woo!
For me, it's Switzerland. Because that's a hot tie. So Italy have not been terrible, but they haven't inspired much confidence in me. Obviously, you've seen all this.
Who was in that Italy group?
Spain, Croatia, Albania. They lost to Spain, and Spain dominated them. They scraped a draw versus Croatia in the last game, and in the first game against Albania, they went down in 10 seconds. Yes, they came back, but then it was 2-1. They weren't really asserting their dominance.
The Swiss have them.
I think that would be. It's not really a. I think it's disrespectful to Switzerland to be like, oh, that's a massive shock because they're good.
It's not.
So yeah, Switzerland go through.